Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Oh, didn't she just have that shirt on yesterday too? Yes, I did. So guess what? Screw you. What are we doing? What are we doing today? Well, I tried to find some earrings. I'm like, I can't take the hair. And looking like that woman that raised me, the one that should be in prison. Way back when. And like I'm looking for like them. Anyhow, try to do some recaps of things. I can keep it straight. What kind of long break did you take? I don't know. I don't think it was much of a long one. So I tried to match some earrings up, but I had 3 that don't match. And I was doing kind of like a pirate thing going on. Look, I made this one. I don't know where the other one is. Nah. What are my recaps? Well, it's a full moon. Am I the only one that notices that the dogs, your dogs are just like laissez-faire? No? No? Or you just don't even pay attention, you're just like, I don't know why he's acting that way. I mean, these two, in between their hypervigilancy of my hormone shifts, sometimes I want to be disappearing to an exotic island, and I don't even like islands. I want to share some of my funny thoughts, but maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I wake up today, Amazon pops up on my thing, I'm like, what's going on here? Yeah, we have an Amazon account. This is my first thought. I was thinking of some of the old girls I met from high school. Oh, that was funny. How much did they get paid? That was a real mess. That was like back at Brentwood. How's your Whole Foods? And you know Whole Foods was bought out by Amazon? How's your organic living going? Yeah, we discussed them like, you know, the dirt and the air and everything's polluted. I mean, yeah, we can try as best as possible to keep things kind of, on the up and up, but at the end of the day, everything's polluted. And then it wasn't too long after it's not funny. I mean, but I'm just like, I just gotta laugh a little, like, I can't be all the time, okay? I can't be like that, all the time, like, not too much long after, and this was before Trump, or just in the beginning of Trump, the Trader Joe's and Whole Foods were having recalls for like kind of scary, like sediment in the soil, or was contaminating foods. Oh God, I'm already exhausted just doing this with us. So now I wake up this morning with this full moon, didn't sleep enough. Dogs are bouncing on the bed. I guess they had to go out, I don't know. They go out enough, that's for sure. But the thing is that I don't know what bit them up. So I have to come up with what's going on. I have scanned them and scanned them and scanned them and scanned them, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's mosquitoes or spiders somewhere. I've cleaned some of the bedding, but I'm gonna have to pull everything out and figure out. I have some semi-organic spray, but quite frankly, it's so potent that I have to evacuate the area too. I get some kind of reaction to it. But it'll kill stuff off. It's just the herbal composition of it is apparently not very friendly. But once it dries and I air it out, it's, you know, it's okay. So I said I was going to do a recap. What are we recapping? Well, I just posted a video on Quora about 7 years ago. It was footage in the UK or Europe areas of the elite pedo rings. And that actually lines up with the Epstein time. Well, that was going on prior, and I mean, just, I'm sarcastic too, so please look at it. And my little description is, and we wonder why God is letting the world collapse. It's because that people were trying to get stuff into awareness, into the light. And then the dark forces of the planet who protect pedophile rings, bloodletting, human sacrifice, and all this, kept suppressing it and causing more world mayhem and upset and economic collapses and bank dramas and financial institution dramas. And you might think me and my husband are nuts. Yeah, I'm we're pretty aware of that. There's coming up in this place. So now, and you're like, well, what was this thing with Amazon? It's just when I go rambling around. Ramblin' Jambles is this pod thing came up. It's storage containers, but apparently they'll do kind of a facelift on them. I don't know, it says 40 feet. That's what's got me confused, is it's 40 feet is, I don't know what the square feet ends up being. Now granted, we don't really need much. If we're technically only living down here, and I had the, because we're going to deal with the upstairs later, but apparently it's just, I think mice just live all on the walls, so they were getting into some candle wax I had left over. So I put this thing up there. It's like it zaps them. Kind of like maybe like a cattle prodder, but it's obviously a lower grade for mice. So we'll I'll see what happens there. So I put that up in the what's supposed to be technically the art writing room at some point. We technically are just living down here. I mean, we're not dealing with all of that up there. It's not excessively bad, but it's, I don't know, we're just down here and outside in the garage. So anyways, these I'm sure they can sell out now. So, and then this I looked up, you know, I get curious, just a curious cat. It's not like it's gonna happen, because this was supposed to technically be our final spot. So found almost 11 acres, no restrictions, but I would have to still call that county. And it just outside of here somewhere. Just keep it like that. And let's just lie, I'm gonna say 12 acres. So those two together with this economic collapse and all this, it's real brilliant. Wouldn't that be a real smart move? Not. Most likely not. And then what do we do here? Like, we're going to put the pump in, but I don't know, like, how long. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, if we don't get the hookup back into the house, or figure out, like, a double hookup, so where you could haul water in, and also have access to the well, you know, like maybe a turn-off valve or whatever to access both. And then if the people coming in want to do the drill to the road, which I bet it's close to 40,000. I mean, I haven't called on it. I could be way off. To get municipal city water, I'm gonna say pushing 40. But I like I said, I could be completely wrong. The other thing is, what else? Farmers. Farmers are being attacked left and right. Big farmers. So if you're still supporting Gates and them, you are seriously, you need to go get evaluated. But not at a normal doctor's. Like in maybe a natural, like healer or someone that knows what they're doing, because the doctors will just put you on a pill and tell you not to watch the news. That's what they were doing to some of my relatives. Like, just don't look at it. Don't know what's going on. Yeah. It's Nazis. Nazi doctors. Now, who wouldn't want people to know what's going on? No, really. Who would not want people to know what's going on? Is that someone that's loving you? Is that someone that would be loving you if they don't want you to know what's going on? No. Only abusers don't want you to know what's going on. Controllers. People that don't have your best interest in mind. Now, what I do know I have my best interest in mind is Appalachia's Homesteads, the Tara down in Tennessee. She made banana bread with chocolate chips. Now, I might have missed what else she added, but it got me going. Because I used to love to bake. When I was skinny. It's probably like how I went with not eating and then allow myself to eat heavily more than like once a week, and then outside of that graze like a little rabbit, because I was always going to have a little bit of a booty and all that, but to keep the waist and everything's skinny, no boobs, I had to eat like a rabbit, literally. But I did like to bake a lot. I like to bake cookies and things. Not a ton, but I had a little bit of a ability, you could say. And so guess what I'm gonna do? I'm excited. Yeah, I've made banana bread before. I mean, it's not like it's just like, it's that I want to do it more from scratch, but I got the honey wheat flour, add in the regular flour. I want to melt down peanut butter and then melt down chocolate chips separate. Swirl it in the batter with the banana bread mix batter. Maybe throw in an egg or two, some collagen, make it a protein boost. Maybe even sneak in some superfoods. And I'm pretty excited about it. So melt down a little peanut butter and then I'm going to swirl in. Oh my Lord. I'm going to swirl in some cinnamon and nutmeg and vanilla too. Woo. What else we got? Everyone's doing the prepare. Prepare what you can. If you can't prepare much, pray to the Lord. He feeds the animals, He feeds the birds. Why fret? Why worry? You can, if you can, you can. If you can't do backup, you can't. It's not, we can't keep scaring people. I'm not saying that anyone is purposely scaring anyone, but that it's that so many people can't. What other stuff am I going to share that I shouldn't? We don't have a credit card. What we messed up on was that last fence. And when Charles Abel brought in that high-ranking witch next door and they would go out and stalk me, we put that fence up so I could get outside. I knew it was going to backfire on me. I was like, I should have just stayed mostly in the house for a year until we got out. So we wanted this to be our final resting place, but I'm worried about this storage container thing because they do a facelift on them, but it's very modern. It's very I call it sterile in a way. Not necessarily it's more of a modern thing. And it's just not really my gig. Or, because as far as I know right now, but I gotta call this area, it won't happen. We don't have the abilities right now. There's no way. And we would be literally camping out more or less with not much hooked up. for a year or we try to wait. And honestly, the guy with the land never texts me back. Or maybe he only takes calls. So I'll have to call him. And it's at about 11,000 an acre. We'll say 12 acres. I'm fudging a bit. So you don't know. Or the psychotics don't know. Jesus God. I like this hand soap I got. I do. No, I was actually feeling a little down today. That's why I came on the video. There's a sweet apricot, but there's all kinds of shit in it that ain't no good. Can't see that either. Here you can? I can then zoom it in. Zoom it in, baby. Alright. So, we got all the dishes done. I did a special dish. It's not like that special. It's that I've been trying like some new stuff in a way. Like what I add in, like for instance, what did I add in to the turkey patties instead of just plain old turkey patties? Some of it will throw someone, but so what did I do? I thinly sliced carrots, leafy lettuce thinly shredded, garlic, onion, some spices. Actually, some older tortilla, like the tostadas, they were kind of they weren't messed up, they're just a little stale. I crumbled those up, put it in the turkey, ground up turkey, with an egg. This is gonna really flip people out. I put one sardine in, a mustard sardine. And I mashed it all up with the egg and all of it in there. And a couple little small tomatoes from this other farm area, or this other house, whatever, just roadside veggies. And grilled them. And they were yum. I made them like little tiny, so you can make either like a little tiny hamburger, you know, like little patties. So that's our other idea, is it's 320 road frontage, 12 acres or so back. There's woods in the back, and there's a stream that crosses over a corner of the lot of that property. It's listed as all of the above are okay, but once again, that could be a false listing, so I would have to check on it. So we're praying for a miracle, because if it's accurately labeled legally, like what it's labeled, we would be allowed to get a steer or something once a year. Or something like that. Maybe something smaller. Maybe just the turkeys. Like some turkeys for some turkey meat. And I think I would have a hard time with a steer. Even though I need red meat at least once a week. And I probably... that might be a tough one for me. I don't know, I'm getting pretty robust, no pun intended, in my older age, so maybe I could handle it. Maybe I could handle letting this steer go once a year, you know? Someone else would have to do it, though. Someone else would have to do it. Maybe just stick with the turkeys. Anyways... what else do I say? That house is fully sold, so to think that that pudwhacker across the way was worried about this old house, the first house that was in this area, worried about it affecting his property value, but yet organized crime splashed all around. It's really hard to believe, like, what we all do, isn't it? Our tunnel vision, our limited vision, it's really just all about us all the time. Our little bubbles. It's all about what we see and how we want it. No consideration for, why does my one eyebrow look like it's... Okay, I gotta go. I just seriously have to go right now. But I'm like gonna take a nap, and I'm hoping that I can get cranking out this delicious banana bread with peanut butter and chocolate swirled in, with cinnamon and nutmeg and vanilla and an egg or two, maybe some collagen and some greens just sprinkled in. No one will even know. It's a powder. And have something really delicious with some butter on it. Real butter from a cow.